Welcome, Virgos. Thank you for joining. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you for joining Tarot in White Oracle, where we get into the cloud and see what we see. This is your Virgo morning quickie, and so we are going to be talking about your feelings and your person's feelings. Of course, cross watchers are welcome as well to kind of figure out what's going on. This is a brand new tarot channel, so remember to comment with what you like and resonate with. And thank you, Divine Creator, for channeling guidance to our Virgos. This will be for your next 7 days. And while I was meditating, I was getting, why, oh, why can't we? So I don't even think that's a real song. But I kept getting, why, oh, why can't we? So that might resonate with some of you, or you might feel like, why can't your relationship be as you want it to be? All right, so we do have a police station for some of you. Maybe you're connecting with a police officer, or you will see someone with the police. Maybe you'll get pulled over. Maybe you or your partner will have some run-in at the police station, or maybe you need to go there because someone has done something to you. For some of you, you're not happy this next 7 weeks. Connection or work might be bleeding into the connection, or the connection itself. Something about it's not making you happy. You're feeling like shits. You're feeling like the shits, but this is in reverse. So this means you were feeling crappy, but now the next 7 weeks you're coming out of it and you're feeling good, and you're going to be feeling a lot better. For some of you though, this does mean the energy moves around, and so by the end of this week you might fall into a slump of feeling like crapola. There's another group of you that are feeling like the queen bee. You're secure, confident, the boss bitch, career focused. You're focusing on you, your life, your work, and all the things that are working out good for you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put these to our side as we draw. We are drawing for our Virgos. I love to put the element in the middle, so we've got some earth soil here. And remember, this is a general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. This is for Virgo's feelings, so this is for cross watchers who want to spy on the Virgo, but this is also for Virgos who want to dive into their feelings, and also some of the energy will be picking up for your partner. So if it doesn't resonate for you, it likely is for your partner. Let's go ahead and get into our feeling space. It's most likely going to be your romantic partner, but it doesn't have to be. It can be a business partner, a friend, or family. It's going to be a significant connection for you this week. Likely someone in your soul tribe, communication sector. All right, let's get one more for communications. Okay, so we do have a sense of beautiful energy in your feeling space. Overall, you're focusing on your future. You're focusing on moving forward. You're feeling free. You're feeling like you can do anything, and you're just like, you know what? I'm moving forward. That's what I'm going to do. I feel like I can do anything. I've got the power within me to do it. So for most of you, if you felt like crap before this week you're feeling really good. For those of you that are resonating with the queen bee, this is right on point. For many of you, you might not be happy in your connection, and you're like, you know what? I'm moving forward. Forget about it. And for anyone who has anything that has to do with the police, You're not letting that bring you down. So that's good news. Your feeling space is beautiful. You're future focused. You're happy. You're in your element, in your energy. And you know, you're an earth sign, but this is all about your passion. You're feeling very passionate and powerful and forward momentum. You are very much in your wands energy this week, which is great for you as an earth sign. Let's go ahead and look in our communications. So in your communications area, we do get a sense of you maybe sending a text message. It might be about letting go of things that you guys were fighting over, if there was any argument, or about letting go of the relationship itself. You're just letting it go. Again, it feels very much like this energy. You're forward focused. You're like, I'm doing me. I'm just, I'm going to expand and grow my life, my work, whatever it is that I need. And I'm going to let go of all the things in the past, and I'm moving forward. This card is very much about just putting everything behind you and moving ahead. And so you are open to communicating. It doesn't look like you're going to be communicating a whole lot, but you are open to communicating. You might send a text message or two, or have a conversation, a light conversation about you know, moving forward, whether it's about putting some argument behind you guys or just, you know, leaving the connection altogether. All right. And that kind of reminds me of the song that I was getting when I was meditating. Why, oh, why can't we? So it does look like all of the energy in the reading is also picking up on that song, where it's like, you know, I'm focusing on me, I'm moving forward, something's not working in this. So this will resonate for most of you in short term, if you've been together a few weeks, a few months, maybe a couple years, but you're not really committed to too much. If you guys are in a committed relationship where you guys are living together or you're married, this can also mean that there is something that took place in the relationship. You're just not feeling happy about it. You're focusing on your work. Maybe you guys had a disagreement about something, or you guys are moving forward with something. You guys might be moving literally, you know, to a new home, a new apartment, or you know, metaphorically, you guys might just be moving forward in the relationship and out of the unhappy space, you know, out of the feeling like shits space, and just letting all that negative energy, you know, go behind you and move forward. Your communications are open, but you guys aren't busy talking. Now, remember, this is a general, so this is most likely Virgo's energy, but this could also be your person's energy. So for cross watchers, you might be able to see what's going on with Virgo. Virgo, dive deeper into what's going on with you. And if it's not resonating with you, this is most likely what your partner is experiencing. Let's go ahead and dive into some specific messages from your person, Virgo. What does Virgo's person have to say to Virgo? Okay. I am healing. Please be patient with me. And let's see if we can get one more. So it does sound like for a lot of you, that might be why you're not happy. You're feeling like in the shits, or feeling like you want to put something behind you and move forward. Maybe you guys were seeing a therapist. Maybe your partner was. Maybe your partner's just struggling with something. Maybe that's why the police showed up. Maybe your partner's struggling with something and had to be, maybe it's drugs, maybe it's physical violence, maybe it's stealing things, who knows? But your person is saying, I'm healing, please be patient with me. Let's get one more for our Virgos for the next 7 days. Some helpful guidance, information, energetic energy from Virgo's person for the next 7 days. Okay, I'm feeling that card. My biggest regret is not telling you how I really feel. All right, so maybe something went down. You know, if you're very talkative this week, but your partner's not. This might be your partner, you know, wanting to send a text, wanting to let go of the things behind them, trying to heal. This is a card of healing as well. And they might communicate once or twice, but maybe they're not going to be talking too much. But these are some messages that are on their heart, their mind. I am healing. Please be patient with me. My biggest regret is not telling you how I really feel. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a confessions card. Any more information for Virgo's person? Energetic information. This one kind of wanted to come out. Let's see if we can get one that wants to jump. All right. Let's see here. We have, there are feelings of anger inside me that I need to release before I explode. All right, so we're getting a lot of sense that your person is going through something. Virgo's persons. That's why, oh, why can't we? Because your person's going through the shits, okay? And for some of you, I pushed you away because I do not want the responsibility. All right, so I think that'll resonate with, I guess, most of you, because it seems like most of you are going to be in a situation where your partner, this is why you're not happy, this is why the police are involved, this is why you were feeling like shit. And some of you are just like, you know what, whatever, I'm focusing on me. You do you, boo, you do you. All right, so let's go ahead and look. What do we got for our focus? What is our Virgo focused on this week? All right, we've got, okay, so Virgo, you are focused on this connection, but you're confused about it. You're not really sure what to do. You're thinking about it. It might feel like a soulmate connection or a strong soul bond, a soul tie, but you're not really sure what to do about it. You're like, I don't know. This is confusing me. This person is confusing me. I don't know what to choose here. I kind of feel like we could have a good thing. It could be something soulmatey. Or maybe it's just a partnership that feels, you know, like it could be a good thing for you, but you're just not sure. You're like, I don't know what choice to make. And you might be seeing some red flags, you know, and you're like, I don't know, can that be worked out? Can that be healed? Can we do this? All right, so let's go ahead and get what's hidden. Okay, so what's hidden is our Queen of Swords and an advice card. So remember, this is a general, so these messages could be coming from the Virgo or from Virgo's person. So if you are the cross watcher trying to figure out what's going on with your Virgo, these could be messages for you. All right, so we want to go ahead and look into our what's hidden for the next 7 days and what's kind of blocking you. So it's that sense of just being able to communicate with this person openly, honestly, having a direct conversation. Maybe you guys are not going deeper because this is like a very light text message kind of feeling. You're open to communicating, but you're also like letting things go, perhaps even letting communications go, not communicating as much as you would like to or would want to. There are messages from the Virgo or from Virgo's person, but what's hidden is you guys do need to talk about some serious things. You need to have that open, direct conversation. You can't keep things on the back burner. And so your advice is, again, get clarity with communication. Your communications are blocked. Maybe you're feeling independent and you're going into your independent space and you don't you're avoiding the conversation is what you're doing right now. You and or your partner. And you need to get clarity about this partnership, what's going down, why are you not happy, or why were the police involved? Why were you feeling like shits before? And if you're feeling pretty good this week, you might be feeling like the shits by the end of it. And then what's going on there? So you need to talk about the relationship. You need to talk about things openly so that you guys aren't leaving anything under, you know, under your foot, under the pillow, you know. So let's go ahead and see if we can get an advice card from our animal spirits. I do love to draw an animal spirit energy because animals are always so comforting and there to guide us and help us. So an animal spirit guidance is to be the nimble bat, Virgos. Use your perception. You might need to make changes and be flexible. You need to have the courage to face the darkness and the darkness within you. So if you're the one that is going through all this healing and holding back what you really want to say, or having anger that you need to release, pushing your partner away because you're not really sure how to handle things, if that's you, Virgo, then your advice is to take the courage and face that darkness within you. But if that's your person, it's to remember to be perceptive, and sometimes change is important if this person isn't willing to be with you on the same page, moving forward with what you want. And you need to have the courage to face that darkness too. All right, so that's your encouragement card. And let's go ahead and dive into the numbers. If you've been watching me, you know that I love that. We've got 3, 2 is 5, 6, 7, and 14. 14 is 5, 5 and 6, and 6 and 4 is 10. And then we've got 30, which brings us to 3, and 2, which is 5. Yeah, I felt like this was going to be a 5. So numerically, 5s are all about that change that needs to be made. It's all about a new cycle, having the courage to confront your obstacles, your challenges. There might be a challenge, there's going to be obstacles, there's going to be things you need to confront, there might be tensions, and you need to have the versatility, which is exactly what your animal spirit guidance is about, flexibility. And so the number 5 is all about having that versatility or flexibility in order to go through a new cycle, in order to push this energy behind you and move forward. Because there's a lot of cards that are about, you know, stuff that's happening in the background that it's not great, communications that are kind of blocked. And even though you or your partner is kind of open, someone is not fully communicating everything. And even though you might be like, you know what, you feel like a douche to me, you know, douche, I'm not even gonna deal with you, I'm moving on. The encouragement is to have clarity around the situation. So you might want to communicate something to your partner just to let them know, even if you are moving on or you're sick of their, you know, SHITs, then you go ahead and let them know that. That's the encouragement. But also remember to take care of you first and, you know, focus on that flexibility and courage that you have. I'm going to go ahead and see, do we have... Okay, no, we don't. All right, so I don't see any change necessarily coming this week, but you are pushing forward and you're wanting to make something happen, but it's in the beginning stages. So any changes that are taking place for you and or your partner, maybe your partner is doing it if this energy feels more like your person and not you, it's likely going to be happening later because I don't see that happening this week. Yeah. Okay. So that's your reading. And thank you for joining. Remember, take what resonates, leave the rest. This is a general. It's likely a romantic partner, but you know, it could be family, friend, business partner. If this resonates with you, your soul frequency is similar to my readings. And we are a brand new channel, so like, share, subscribe, help us grow, and comment on what you like and resonate with to help the channel grow. Check the descriptions out to see what we do. We post every day except Saturdays, which is only the last Saturday of the month for our soul food, soul journey dive, which we do at the end of every month. Blessings. See you next time. Smooches. All right, my Leos, thank you for joining Tarot and White Oracle, where we get into the cloud and see what we see. This is your Leo morning quickie, which is weekly, and this is all about your feelings and your person's feelings. So when I was meditating, I was getting, you're the one that I want, do, the one that I need. I don't know all the lyrics to that song, but it kept coming through. You are the one that I want, do the one that I need. But I was also getting clips of the movie The Lion King. That might resonate with some of you. You might love that movie, or your partner, or maybe that's something you guys watch together. And strangely, I was getting some dialogue from someone or a couple of you who are fighting, saying you're lying and you're lazy, and that's what was coming through. So that might resonate with some of you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get some general messages. All right. Okay. All right, my Leos. Yeah, maybe that's why I was getting that angry voice for some of you. All right, let's see what else we get. Oop, okay, this is, wow. Oh, okay. And, all right, we're gonna get this one. Okay. Wow, 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 wow. Leos. So some of you Leos are trying to cope with life, cope with the relationship, what's happening. You might be dipping into some alcohol a little bit more this week, and your partner. This is a love connection, so it is going to be picking up on your energy and your partner's energy. Some of you are going to be bumping heads. So this is probably why I was hearing you're lazy, you're a liar. Some of you are arguing. Some of you are not getting on. Others of you, you said goodbye to someone and you're like, see ya. And this week you're done with that person. And so this goodbye is something that's happened in the past. This did fall out in the future energy though. So for some of you, a goodbye is happening this week and it's moving around forward. And by the end of the week, it's going to be sayonara time. And either you or your partner will be saying goodbye. There's another group of you who do feel like you're being deceived, mind games, love bombing, and you're getting pain from the cheating that you feel like is going on or is going on. So we have some drama in the background for groups of you. Let's go ahead and dive into our tarot and see what's going on here. We are a brand new channel. Comment with what you like and resonate with. Thank you, Divine Creator, for channeling guidance to our Leos. And remember, take what resonates, leave the rest. This is a general, so this is going to be Leo's energy, but because this is a love connection energy, the energy could also resonate and be your partner's. So remember to take what is resonating most for you. Cross watchers, again, this is going to be for your partner, the Leo, and or your energy. For some of you, if you're not in a connection, this can be a family or friend or a business partner, but it's going to be someone that is significant in your life. So let's see what's going on. Yeah, let's clarify. Let's get a little more information for the... Oh, okay. All right, yeah, Leos, you're not having a good week. Okay, so in your feeling space, you feel intuitively like you need a new beginning. You know a new beginning is on the horizon, or it's coming, or that you need one. For some of you, you're picking up that your partner's going to say goodbye, or you're going to say goodbye. You already know that that's going down. For others of you, you are feeling intuitively that this connection is not bringing you the new life that you wanted, and you're just going to have to check out and see what else is out there. You know that you want a new beginning. You might want a new beginning with this person and try to work through some of your issues. But for a lot of you, you're feeling probably like you just want to move on from this person. But so that's in your feeling space in terms of, you want a new beginning, either with this person or without this person. You don't like what's been going down. You want something new, fresh to happen. In your communication sector, you might be talking about what it is you're planning, what it is you're wanting, you might be talking about the fantasy of things that were happening, the breakdown of the partnership itself. So you're communicating about the problems, the breaking down of the partnership, the way that you guys feel you're not together as well as you guys used to be or anymore. You might be talking about things that are going on in your mind that you're not really sure if they're fantasy or not. Like, was this true? Is this true? You might be, hitting the person up with a bunch of questions about things that you're feeling or you saw or maybe friends told you about that you want answers to. You might not be sure how this person's feeling. You're like, well, are you feeling this way, or is this just in my head? For some of you, you might be saying, hey, I love you, or that person might be saying that to you. I love you. Can we just work this out despite the problems? Because this is a card of fantasies and delusions, but it's also a card of confessions of love. But it's paired with the inversed partnership card. So there's a feeling that there's a breakdown in the partnership. And so you guys are probably communicating about these things, and or you will be this week or later toward the end of the week. And you're trying to think about what to say. This is a card of waiting, thinking patiently. You're trying to figure out how to say this. What do we say? And you're making plans in your head about the relationship, about whether you want a new beginning with this person or you just want to, leave. But you know that something new has to happen because maybe one or both of you are at the end of your ropes. All right, let's go ahead and get some more information. What are some messages that you or your person would like to say that might be on their heart space, their mind space, but they haven't said, or communications that may be taking place this week between these people? And let's go ahead and get a confession. Let's get one more confession since we've got a lot going on here. All right, so for some of you, you or your partner want to say, I am grateful that you came into my life. So maybe you might be departing, maybe there's a little bitterness there, but you are happy that person came into your life. Maybe they made a positive change. Maybe you learned something from it, or maybe that person will be saying it to you. For others of you, you know, there was passion, but now it's just dead. Something happened and you guys are in a bad place, and they might be saying as much, you know, like, you know, I'm just not feeling it anymore. Or that will be happening, you know, later this week. For others of you, you or your partner might want to let you know that they're feeling unbalanced, uneasy, and they don't know what to do to fix it. And for a lot of you, that might be why you guys are bumping heads, or someone's going to the drink a lot this week. For others, you or your partner has been going through a lot of emotions, a roller coaster of emotions, and that was in the past though. And this week it might be starting to wind down, and they're starting to feel a little more like they can get a grip on things, because maybe in the back of their head, or they are, you know, starting a new beginning somewhere, or had like that deep conversation with you, and so they're having a new beginning in the relationship. For others of you, these roller coaster of emotions are going to be happening by the end of the week. And that means that, you know, whatever you guys are going to talk about, whatever is going down this week between you guys, it's going to bring a roller coaster of emotions for you to go through by the end of the week. All right, so let's go ahead and dive a little bit deeper and see what we've got for what is our... Well, we've got some great news here. All right, I'm not going to take all that. Okay, what is our Virgo? Sorry, I just called you Virgo, Leos. What is your Leo focused on? What card wanted to come out before, and now it's come out again. Okay, I'm like, no, I'm not going to take it, and it comes out again. Okay, so Leos, you fire sign, very fiery energy here. You are paying a lot of attention. You are very clear. You're trying to bring clarity, and you're going to have clarity around what decision to make about this relationship. You are at a crossroads. You're at, where do I stay? Do I go? Do I have this new beginning with this person? Or do I just leave and have a new beginning with someone else or on my own? And you guys are focused on that this week, thinking about all the problems, what's going on, how can you guys work through it, or if it's better to just leave. So, you know, you can see her, she's got two birds pulling at her, and she's not quite sure which way to go. She has a decision to make, but clarity is coming around this decision this week, and you're going to have clarity around what to do about this relationship. All right, so let's see what's hidden. Your King of Pentacles. So what you don't see coming is business opportunities, financial wins, good news in your stability, material realm. That's what you got coming that you don't see. And this is also in your blockage space though. So it means you need to push through in order to get here. So this is what's coming for you by the end of the week, but you need to push through this negative energy so you can get there. So what's our advice? All right, we do have repetitive energy about what was in your feeling space. It's all about your intuition is right. Whatever you're feeling about this person, you're right about it. Your intuition is telling you what you need to know. You need to listen to it. Pay attention to your emotions. Your emotions are there to guide you. Your suspicions, your intuition, your emotions are telling you, let it go and give it to God And that's going to help you get to your King of Pentacles, because you got stabilities, commitments, either with another person who wants to offer you a commitment, or a good business opportunity, or money coming your way. And so when you can make a decision and come to light about what decision that's best for you to make, by tapping into your intuition, your emotions, letting go and letting God, you're going to be able to come into that success, okay? Because it's waiting for you. All right, what do we have for our animal spirit guidance? You know that I love the animals, and I love to see what energy they have to offer, energetic advice. They always have something very on point and helpful. All right, so the animal spirit guidance is all about, you need to be a powerful shark, comprehension, progress, improvement. So you want to be able to make progress and improvements in this relationship if you're keeping it. You have to trust your instincts. Oh, wow. Again, yeah, that's exactly what I was just saying. All these cards are about trusting your intuition. Trust your instincts. Your instincts are right. The animal spirit guides are also saying your instincts are right. Listen to it. Whatever your intuition and instincts are telling you, this is confirmation of what I was just saying. You're right. If you feel like you need to get out of this situation, if you feel like this person's cheating, if you feel like this connection is not good for you, that it feels too broken, then you're right. Powerful shark, comprehension, progress, improvement. So that's the energy that they want you to be in, the animal spirit energetic encouragement. Let's go ahead and look at our numbers. But yeah, before we do that, just remember, you want progress and improvement, and you want to focus on that, okay? And listen to your instincts. If this person isn't willing to make progress and improvements, then you might just want to, jump out of it and go into something that's better, because something better is waiting for you in commitments and relationship, work, money. And so you want to focus on those things that are offering you stability, and don't let it be a blockage by getting all confused up in your head. Light is coming at the end of your week. All right, so we're going to go ahead and look at our numbers. 2, 3. 3 and 10 is 13. Brings us to 4, 5, 6. 6 and 5 is 11. Which brings us to 2. And 2 and 4 is 6. 6 and 7, 8. 9, 10. And 10 and 2. Okay. I can already see what's happening here. 10 and 2. We've got 12. It's going to be 3. All right, so your 3s are can be very spiritual numbers, and I can see that because the spirit is here, here, and here, all in your cards, and really in here. You have some strong spirit energy. Source is speaking to you, guiding you, always guiding you, giving you energetic downloads to say, hey, listen up, boom, boom. And the energy of 3 is also about that spirit, that intuition, that inner guidance telling you something. Now, 3 is also about communicating and focusing on your abundance, what inspires you. So you're focusing on the things that are going to bring you abundance, like at the end of the week, you have abundance coming in, either in the form of, money, your business, good news in business, a new business opportunity, commitments around a certain business, solidifying, or even in your relationship sector, someone wanting to offer you a commitment. And so if this person doesn't want to do that, you know, you really need to make sure that you're okay with that, because your encouragement is to progress and improve. Number 3 is also a warning around third-party situations. So if your instincts are saying this person is playing mind games, they're cheating, they're being deceiving, then your instincts are right. The number 3 is also saying there's a third-party situation going on here. It can also be that this person is a workaholic. That can also be the third-party situation. But because of the way the other energy is playing out, it seems like it has more to do with other people. So, yeah, but take it how it resonates for you. And yeah, thank you for joining me. Remember, whatever resonates with you, please, share it, like and share and comment about it. And if it resonates with you, your soul frequency is similar to my readings, and please check out the description. We post every day except Saturdays, which is only the last Saturday of the month, because we do a soul food, soul journey to dive into our karma, what we need to work out. And thank you for joining. Leos, blessings. See you next time. Next week, we do one a week. And on Sundays, we do you versus them. So check out that for more information. Thank you for joining me, Cancers. This is Tarot in White Oracle, where we get into the cloud and see what we see. This is your Cancer morning quickie about your feelings and your person's feelings. So while I was meditating, I was getting, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that, girl. Now, you may be dealing with a girl or a guy. Take it as resonates. I don't even know if that's a real song, but that is what I was channeling. And I was also getting, the sounds of birds chirping. Maybe you guys have birds, love birds. Maybe you guys are lovebirds. Let's see what we've got in our general messages. Okay. Get one more. All right. Okay, so we do have a variety of messages. I like our general messages. It helps to bring a little more specifics to our reading. A group of you are focusing on your self-love, and I love that for you, Cancers. It's all about taking care of you. There's a group of you that feel like, or your partner feels like, remember, this is for you, Cancers, but this is a love connection reading. So the energy can also pull up from your partner. You or your partner is feeling like this is off and on, hot and cold. You are detached, ghosted, or your person is feeling this way. You guys might have been bumping heads and arguing in the past, but this week maybe it's a little bit more smooth sailing. By the end of the week, though, some of you might be bumping heads again. Some of you or your partner are feeling the energy of selfish, stubborn, arrogant, pride, my way or the highway. So some of you are putting this onto your partner, or you're feeling this from your partner. And other groups of you are just feeling like your person's a jackass. So very similar to this energy, actually. I'm going to put this into the same group since we've got 5 out here. We'll combine it into 4. So there's a group of you that are just feeling like your partner's a jackass, selfish, stubborn, arrogant, pride, my way or the highway. Or you are making your partner feel this way. All right, so we've got some positives going on. Some of you have ended arguments and you're in smooth sailing, so that's nice. Some positive and some drama in the background. Let's go ahead and draw for the feeling space and communication space. We are a brand new channel. Comment with what you like and resonate with. Thank you, Divine Creator, for channeling guidance to our Cancers. And let's see what we see. Take what resonates and leave the rest. This is most likely a romantic partner. If you are in a romantic connection or someone who you are romantically thinking about, feeling about. But if you're not, then this has to do with a business partner, family, or friend. Someone who is significant in your life for this week. Let's get one more for feelings. Guidance to our Cancers. Let's get one more for our communications. Okay. All right. So we do get in your feeling space that you are feeling very contemplative. You're protecting yourself. You're feeling maybe a little defensive, or you were feeling defensive, or like you had to protect yourself. And it's about this partnership. So if this is a romantic connection, then you're feeling kind of like you need to go into your you space, your me space, and kind of reconnect with yourself. Put up your walls, your boundaries, your protections, and maybe defend yourself. You might have been feeling a bit defensive. We do have, you guys were bumping heads in the past, and for a group of you, you might be going back into that energy by the end of this week. If you were the one who felt like you were ghosted, you might be feeling that way, that you need to defend yourself and protect yourself as well. For some of you, that just means you're going into your self-love. So whatever your partner was dishing out to you, you're taking care of you. That's what that means. And you're focusing on you. We do get a sense of, for communications, that communications are feeling balanced this week, which makes sense because this week, the group of you that were, arguing, you're not arguing this week. There's not arguments this week. That was in the past, or by the end of this week, you might start up. But this week, it's kind of like a more even flow. There's more of a balance, a back and forth. You're saying something, that your partner might say something. It doesn't feel very angry. It just feels in your communications, I'm communicating something, he's communicating something, she's communicating something, and he's communicating back. It's just open, whatever you have to say, whatever he has to say, not much argument about it. But for some of you, it's a matter of you're open to communication, but you might not be communicating. You're just planning and thinking about the communications and what you want to say around them, in order to have more balance in the connection. And you might be trying to create balance, more so in the connection through more thoughtful and thinking and planning around what it is you're trying to say, so that you can create that balance. Especially if this person's off and on, hot and cold, detached and ghosted, then you might be feeling like, okay, how do I approach this? How do I make this so this is more fair, more balanced? And you might be planning about what it is you're wanting to say, in this connection. Of course, for those of you who are feeling like your partner is being stubborn, selfish, arrogant, and kind of a jackass, you might be just taking a step back and just doing a lot of thinking, because this is a card about thinking and planning, and you might be thinking and planning about, what do I say? Do I wait, or do I say something later? But I feel like in the communication sector, it's really just, there's not as much going on. It's more about the laying back, thinking about it, meditating, taking space. Let's go ahead and get into, and if you're feeling like your partner detached, you might just be taking your own space too and kind of thinking about it in the background. about what it is that you're wanting to say. What you're focusing on. So Cancers. What we have you focused on is you're focusing on your emotional fulfillment, and you're focusing on whether this is working for you or not. And whatever's not working for you, you're figuring out, I should walk away from it. You're focusing on what to walk away from. And if it's this connection, you're really wanting to do that. You're really just concerned and thinking about, is this connection fulfilling me? Is this connection what I want? Is it emotionally satisfying? And if it's not, I need to walk away from the things that are not fulfilling me emotionally, or not emotionally satisfying to me. And so you're really thinking about those things. So let's go ahead and see what your blockage is. Okay, we do have a 9 of Wands for your blockage. Let's go ahead and get an advice card, and then I'm going to draw for your persons and your specific messages. All right, so specific messages that you or your person would like to say, possibly that has not been said. When did it come out? Okay. So for some of you, I miss you more and more every day. Sometimes people who detach and ghost you have avoidant styles, and they avoid you even though they miss you. And so for some of you, if you have an avoidant partner, they might be saying, I do miss you more and more every day, even though I've ghosted you. For some of you, I am wrapped up in unhealthy coping mechanisms. That person who's selfish, stubborn, arrogant, who's a jackass, you know, they're saying, I know I'm wrapped up in unhealthy coping mechanisms. I get it. There are feelings of anger inside me that I need to release before I explode. So for some of you, you were bumping heads and maybe things are quiet now, but maybe toward the end of the week, things are going to heat up again. And that might also resonate with those of you who are dating a jackass. Rejecting you was protecting myself, and I was being selfish. So this is likely coming from the person who detached, who might have been on and off, hot and cold, who ghosted. Often they have the avoidant attachment style, and they're protecting themselves because they don't know how to cope with so much emotion. This situation has become very difficult for me to manage mentally, and it's draining me. So again, another message from the avoidant style, or the person who's detached or ghosted you. It can also be from the person who you've had a lot of arguments with, and this week is quiet. They might be saying, you know, the situation's very difficult for me to manage, and so it's draining me. And so that might be why they're quiet this week, because they are just taking their own space. All right, so for your blockage and what you don't see coming. Okay, so what you don't see coming are struggles. There are struggles this week in your connection. And you might be feeling like you want to quit. You might be feeling like you want to give up on it. So and you might not be really sure what to do about it. You might be feeling weak. You might be feeling like you're not brave, or you're not brave enough to do what needs to be done. So your advice is to connect to source, remember you, let go, just let it go and let God. So when you let something go, a lot of times, you say that's easy to say, but what does that really mean? So when you let something go, you want to remember that's in your mind and your heart, your emotions. And so you don't want to dwell there anymore. You don't want to think about it. You don't want to feel about it. You just want to focus your mind on the things that are positive and happy and good in your life, and focus your emotions when you start feeling like you're sad or confused. Seek out the people that are there for you to support you, and seek out the things that reconnect you to yourself, like nature, animals, maybe music, and reconnect to your source. For some, that means church, synagogue, temples. For others, it might be reading biblical passages, or passages out of, Indian scriptures, or, Buddhist scriptures, whatever that means for you. And reconnecting to your source, your spirit, is going to really help you with the ability to let go what you need to let go of. So if this person, ghosted you, they might still have feelings for you. They might miss you. They were protecting themselves. But it also means they're not ready for a relationship. And you might just need to let them go, because what comes for you will come for you. You don't have to force it. And if you guys were in a difficult situation, for other groups of you, if you guys were arguing, you might just need to put that behind you and forgive and forget. But if it was really toxic, of course, the better decision might be to just let the situation go altogether. Letting go can be hard, but your encouragement is to either let go, forgive and move on, if you want to stay in the connection, or to just move on from the connection totally. And that is what you are focusing on. You're focusing on, is this bringing you your emotional satisfaction? Are you happy in this? Because if you're not, you are thinking about leaving and moving on. And so the encouragement is, go ahead and do that. You do have some struggles this week with decisions, or with things that are going to go down in the relationship. And so you don't want to feel like you're not strong enough, because you are strong enough to overcome. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get an animal spirit guidance. So we do get the loyal llama, patience, stamina, diligence. Persistent and peaceful, grassland dwellers show you fortitude in troubled times. So you might be in the middle of troubled times, but remember your fortitude. See, this character card is all about someone who has fortitude, someone who has strength, someone who has bravery, persistence, resistance, hope. And they've been through a lot of struggles, but they are going forward. And so because this is in your hidden and blockage area, this is what you don't see. You don't see that you have the strength, you have the ability, you have the fortitude. You can be brave, you can overcome, you can persist, you can resist, and you can keep your head up high. But right now you're feeling blocked in that space. and more struggles. You feel like you might have struggles, and struggles are going on, you know. So the encouragement is to let it go, let God. You do have the fortitude, you do have the strength. Tap into that stamina, tap into that diligence. That's what she has. She's got stamina and she's got diligence. So your advice is to be that energy. Don't let it block you. Don't make yourself believe you don't have the strength or that you're weak, because you're brave and you're strong to do what you need to do in life and in this relationship. And for all of you, self-love, self-love. Okay? Remember, communication, if something needs to be communicated, but do be thoughtful about it and try to create, you know, a good balance, so that you can leave, if that's what you're doing, in a healthy emotional state. We've got 7, 8, 9. 9 and 8, 16, 17 is 8. 8 and 9 is 16, 17 is 8. 8 and 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is 3. 23, that brings us to 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, we do get a 9, which I'm surprised. Usually when we get 9s or 10s, I'll see the Wheel or the World card. But we do have a lot of cards of moving forward, coming to the end of a cycle, and needing to let go and move forward. So it does make sense that we get the 9. So 9 is all about nearing the end of a cycle. You're closing things out, and you're moving forward, and you're taking responsibility, and you're harvesting your fruits of everything that you've been able to produce from this, whether it's financial, emotional, mental, your lessons, the things you've learned. You're taking it, you're closing out the cycle, or you almost are. You might not be this week, because this is a lot of thinking, not moving energy. It's thinking energy. And your 9 is near the end. It's not quite the end, but you're near it. So you're thinking about what to do if this is emotionally satisfying. And by the end of the week, you might have a decision and you'll be moving forward. And if it's with this person, the advice is to learn your lessons, use some retrospection. Be retrospective and use your retrospection to make sense of everything that has happened. This will be slower moving energy. And that's what I'm feeling in your communications and in your feelings as well. Okay, so that's what we have going on for the next 7 days. This is for you, Cancers, but this could also be for your partner's energy. Take it as it resonates, because it is connecting to your partner. All right, so that's what we have for you, Cancers, water signs. We've got water in here. You might have seen the sunflower floating. If this resonates with you, your soul frequency is similar to mine. And we are a brand new channel. Like, share, subscribe to help us grow. Comment on what you like and resonate with. If it does help the channel grow, we'll be able to produce more videos. Check out the description to see what we do. We do post every day except Saturdays. The last Saturday of the month, we do a soul food, soul journey, which we do post for that. But other than that, we don't post on Saturdays. Blessings, and I will see you next week. We do one weekly every week for your sign.